torch, please. That torch. Light. Show it to me. Alright, now let me explain what we are trying to do here. Right?
Yes.
So this is a Menemerus bivittatus, a grey wall jumping spider. On the 19th of August 2024, we found this spider being stung by a wasp, and it was lying paralyzed while the wasp was pulling it away. But somehow, since the soil was the floor was concrete, the wasp couldn't dig anywhere. It left the spider and flew off. What I did, I just captured it and kept with myself, observing its daily routine. Now today is what? 16th of September 2024. That makes it about 28 days, 27, 28 days
Yes.
when we found the spider. That is around 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks. The spider has been staying in this little box that we have been keeping her in. Let me show you the box. This is the box. And in this little box, which is around say 5 centimeters or 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, the spider has been living, and slowly it is showing certain movements and actions. Earlier it was hardly moving, only responded to some threats, like when we probed it with a brush, it would respond. Then sometimes later on, we gave it a lot of water to drink to an extent that it was like always wet in this little chamber, and it drank a wholesome amount of water all this while. But today, what we have done is we have put in a moth fly. In fact, we found 2 moth flies, and we kept them in the refrigerator for a few minutes when they became sort of still and got unconscious, and now we transferred them into this box, and we just wanted to see whether the spider attacks any prey or not. And surprisingly, within a few, just first 2 minutes, I would say, within the first 2 minutes of introducing this moth fly into the box, the spider caught hold of one and is now in the process of injecting it with its venom. You have already seen one of the wings ripped apart, and now the spider is busy injecting it with venom, coating it completely. The second moth fly is still here in the box adjacent here. But this was the unlucky one which got killed in this little gruesome manner, as they do when they get in conflict with a spider of sorts. So this is the first meal in more than 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, this is the first meal for this little spider, and all these days it has been hardly taken up some degree of water, nothing more than that. And you can make out by the pulps it's a female, and perhaps in the first year of its being mature, and I would say we were lucky enough to get a... Okay, that's interesting. It's like rubbing it very thoroughly. You see, it is also releasing some amount of venom onto that creature. So we won't disturb it, but rather leave it like this. And you can see it has been also making some sort of web, though not very firm or very planned up, but just some degree of this fibering or webbing is also being done by the spider. Although you should be aware that these spiders, they don't make a proper web like the other commonly known spiders. they just make a night shelter of sorts, a sort of a hammock underneath which they sleep like that of a tent. So now I shall remove the magnifying lens from the top. There I do. And now you can see the spider in all its glory otherwise. This is the little box, and the spider has been living in here for almost 28 days now and is having its first meal, and we won't disturb it. Let it be like this. We were like quite unsure what it will do with this. So the little scientist here who gave me this idea of introducing some fruit fly or a moth fly, and frankly the spider is working. So now, since it has shifted some stance, I'll bring back my magnifying lens on top. And get back to a zoomed view. It has, in fact, eaten in a very erratic manner. It has sort of ripped apart the moth fly and is now cleaning its teeth, the fangs. Now this is a difference. Otherwise what they would do is just eat it for some time